as Aaron Canet hasn't always been more than 18 months. He's been the fastest in practice. He's been the fastest in qualifying. He's the new lead circuit. He's now jumped dark around this circuit. 18 miles past 6. One time is now tight into turn number 2, and one of the riders that I think that was Ivan Guevara got absolutely sat up in the middle of turn 2 as everybody continues into the braking zone. There is, I want to say, is that Ayagura? If that's Ayagura, he has come through to about 4th or 5th position from the 4th row of the grid, so a cracking start it is. Ayagura then up into 6th place just behind Barry Baltus. There is Tony Arbolino behind the 2 preceding QJ Motor entries. It's Manuel Gonzalez in 2nd place just behind, or rather just in front of his teammate Albert Arenas. It's a much better start to the season for the very likeable Spanish rider as they come through turn number 8 and turn number 9. Alonso Lopez leads. Good start to for Zonta van der Gorber as Aaron Canet, who did not make the best of that pole position, got shuffled back. He's avoided carnage in the first couple of corners, and now as they come through the middle point into sector 3, Aaron Canet just settles himself down. There is Fergie Albuquerque down in 10th position, just ahead of Darren Binder. To 12, safely through. Dennis Onchi, we're being told, has moved up into 20th position as again Arbolino looking every which way, left, right, right through. If you keep going like this, it's only lap number 1, it's an 18-lap race. So we come through to complete lap 1, and there's the move already for Aaron Canet. Now gets himself into 5th position. Next time to next man to attack as Albert Arenas comes back on the inside. Oh, great attack from Arenas as they now go 3 abreast into turn 6. Arbolino fights back. Albert Arenas getting his elbows out. This is good to see from the former Moto2 world champion, but look what it's done. All this fighting as Aaron Canet now makes a move. The pole man now moving through at turn 7 into 4th position. It is allowing Manuel Gonzalez and Alonso Lopez just a little bit of breathing space. The gap is 0.3 of a second. And Canet, oh, I tell you what, like a knife through butter. He's not wasting any time, is he? Makes a little bit of a mistake there, goes wide, and Arbolino needs no second invitation as we get a change for the lead. Manuel Gonzalez, his mum and dad are here. They go side by side. Oh, there's not much room as they go into turn 12. There certainly looks a lot more room in the Moto3, but as you get into the bigger bikes, the faster machines, there's not a lot of room as you come through the first of the decreasing right-handers through turn 14, heading down into 15. Alonso Lopez knows that he's now got a little bit of company, and that is coming from his teammate Fergie Albuquerque down in 12th position. So the rider that was attempting to fight for the championship was really to go to the championship. It's one of the best starts now. Canet starts this race. in Pedro Acosta in the early part of the season, with flames now coming out of the back of Aaron Canet's Fanti. Tony Arbolino was very much in the contention for the fight, as is Albert Arenas now. Baltus digging in the Dutchman. Aaron Canet now up into second position, on to lap number 3. Seeing a different Aaron Canet so far in 2024. Did not panic on Friday. Responded by being the fastest, made it through into qualifying, and there we go. He's about to take the lead, and Alonso Lopez just gives him a little bit of room. You see there, Alonso Lopez saw the front wheel, picked his leg up, and thought, yeah, okay, you can lead, and I will follow you now. What kind of pace has Aaron Canet got? On paper, he has been the fastest in the dry, the new lap record holder. Does he have what it takes to pull away with this race by a comfortable margin? It looks as though his target is to try to break from a 1:58.0 on the last lap from Aaron Canet. And this lap is going to be even quicker. It's going to be a 57, and the question is going to be 57.366. The winner here last year is down in 13th position now. Joe Roberts currently in 14th, but then Celestino Vietti, and there's the move. As one of the riders just goes a little bit wide out of shot. That was Sergio Garcia, and that was the move from Barry Baltus. First 3 into the braking zone. Looks like Albert Arenas is now regrouping in 4th position, the second of the purple and red machines. Manuel Gonzalez, it's only a matter of time before he gets on that top step. And the rider that I met when he was just 15 years of age, he came into the World Superbike paddock and was very, very shy, very, very quiet. Put the helmet on and we were like, wow, this kid can race. He went on to win a couple of races in his first season. He then won the World Supersport 300 Championship. And look at it now, just 2 years later, fighting at the front of the Moto2 World Championship. A very unassuming young man. If you were down in the fan zone in the Hero Walk yesterday, you will have heard him talking, and he's a very, very smart young rider. Doesn't tend to make a lot of mistakes, and I think that just really does lend himself to why so many riders wanted him on their books for the 2024 season. There is Barry Baltus, first of the Dutch riders in this race, running in 6th position, as here is the fight. Alonso Lopez, Manuel Gonzalez at the front. Aaron Canet trying to break them, and he's not able to. Sitting in that 3rd position, the rider will finish 2nd in the European Moto2 Championship behind his current teammate Fermin Aldeguer. Of course, Alonso Lopez did race a couple of years ago in Moto3, kind of lost his way, got in his head a little bit, lost his confidence, went back to Europe, and then came back. And ever since he's come back, he has been able to fight. And there's another little move. Nice move from Alonso Lopez at turn number 6. There's no way back on this occasion for Manuel Gonzalez. Still leading is Aaron Canet. Just behind this leading 6, Tony Arbolino, who finished 2nd in the World Championship last year, is fading, and fading quite quickly. 1:59.0, and at the moment, if he keeps doing that, he's going to drop out of the top 10, because Darren Binder lapping quicker than him, 58.2 from Sompiat Chantra. So look in the back of your picture, the Elf Mark VDS rider dropping back. The second of the VDS riders is Philip Salach, and the rider that rode for Rossini last year was fighting for the podium, finds himself down in 20th position. Final point scorer at the minute is Celestino Vietti, just ahead of Bo Ben Snyder. Marcos Ramirez, who started well inside the top 12, has dropped down into 17th. He's just ahead of Dennis Onshu. So we've actually got the riders that finished first, second and fourth in the Moto3 World Championship last year. And they're not really featuring at the moment. The World Moto3 champion steps up, only 23rd position, 27th at the minute for Sasaki. These guys have to rely on the pit boards. And Aaron Canet not expecting the attack from Manuel Gonzalez, and Gonzalez now goes through. So Aaron Canet's hopes of escaping at the front have just been scuppered by two of his Spanish rivals. Still in the back of the picture, Albert Arenas, one of the strongest races that he has had in the Moto2 World Championship. He's came up a couple of years ago, rode for the Red Bull team, and again made a lot of mistakes. His teammates, of course, with Pedro Acosta in the past, and obviously Remy Gardner was in this championship as well, so it was a tough old season. But Albert Arenas knows how to ride a motorcycle through turn number 9, down through turn 10. The leading three now have a half a second advantage. Is the plan now, as we move on to lap number 6, for Alonso Lopez to try to pull the pin? A reminder that these guys are racing on Pirelli tyres for the very first time. There is Barry Baltus. Zonda van der Gerber now ahead of Tony Arbolino. What are we going to see here? There is Aldeguer. That's getting a bit tight, isn't it? As Sergio Garcia gets his elbows out. Fermin Aldeguer fighting hard, now back into the top 10. So nobody in this race, other than Manuel Gonzalez and Xavi Cardoz, have experience of riding with Pirelli tyres. They will work very differently as this race goes on. There will be a drop-off of tyre performance. This is the first race with Pirelli tyres. Sector 1. Trying to see who that is. Because there is another hard move from Barry Baltus, the Dutchman. And it's Ayumu Sasaki. What a shame. Ayumu Sasaki, then the runner-up in the Moto3 World Championship last year, has gone down at turn 1. And any hopes that the Japanese rider had of scoring points on his debut end in the gravel. Still leading. Sparks coming off his boots as he tips in. And there is Fermin Aldeguer up into 9th place now as Arbolino continues to drop backwards. Is this part of the plan from Fermin Aldeguer? We're talking about tyre wear and tyre preservation. He has been very, very steady in these first couple of laps. Was that part of the game plan for Fermin Aldeguer? The winner here last year, the winner of the last 4 races of the 2023 season. He is just there in the back of the picture. Sergio Garcia now also ahead of Tony Arbolino. There are still yellow flags at turn 1. Alonso Lopez still leading, and the pace of this race at 1:58.5 is not as quick as I thought. Here's a replay. Oi! And dear me, that was Ayumu Sasaki. And unfortunately, the Japanese rider gets it wrong on the brakes, and he's going down very hard into the barriers. And unfortunately for Sasaki, that is what went wrong for him. Out of the final corner then, on to lap number 7. Over the line. Some of these teams are giving the youngsters a second chance. Garcia struggled a little bit last year to find his feet, and now he is moving forward. He's fighting hard in the top 10 and he's running there in about 7th position. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth and 7th now all closing in together. The riders behind the leading 3 are actually lapping faster and this whole group is telescoping together. Baltus, the Dutchman, riding for the RW Idrofaglia racing team. Need to actually find out what Idrofaglia is. Not sure what they actually do, but it is a new sponsor on the side of that bike. And look at the mid-corner speed there from the number 7. All of these bikes are Triumph 765s, and then there are a number of different chassis. We have the Calyx, we have the Ford, we have the Boscus Guro, and of course we have the Fantic as well. So round the middle point of this course. At the moment then, the leading 2 controlling things at the front. Barry Baltus now looking for a spot on the podium and he makes a move at turn 15 and that is a difficult corner to pass on and that catches Aaron Canet just a little bit out of sorts. Canet now dropping out of the podium and we saw this last year from Aaron Canet, so fast in practice, so fast in qualifying. He hasn't won a race in more than 18 months and when it counts, Canet is just not able to. He has dropped back now into 13th position. As one of the riders comes past me here, and Pitts didn't see who that was, as we are focusing on the lead. And here comes Ayagura. Aaron Canet is hemorrhaging positions here and losing positions quickly. Again, has he just gone too hard? Remind you, we are running Pirelli tyres for the very first time. Is the bike now, as we get in towards the half-distance lap, is the bike now behaving differently for Aaron Canet? The leading 2 controlling things at the front. They now, as I said, have a 0.7 of a second lead, and there goes Sergio Garcia. This is brilliant from Sergio Garcia. The rider in the Moto2 World Championship ran at the number 3, and he's now first, second, third, up into 6th place. The number 3, riding for the MTI Helmets team. He's now following his teammate Ayagura, and there's a lot of front-end movement from that Fantic of Aaron Canet. Just watch if we get a chance to see him again as he turns it. Look, he doesn't have the confidence. He's not like the leading 5, just slinging the bike on its side. And neither is Tony Arbolino. Arbolino now loses another position. And there is Celestino Vietti, there is Marcos Ramirez, and at the moment the team Canet, for me, is suffering with tyres. He's now going to get out of brake. Watch on the brakes. Look how tentative he is. He just does not have the confidence with the front of that machine. And whatever they have changed overnight, whatever is changing with the circuit conditions, Aaron Canet does not like it one bit. Lopez leads by 0.2 of a second. And Barry Baltus on the last lap closed in by 0.2. Barry Baltus, the rider there, you can see with the yellow helmet, the white machine has now closed that gap. Sergio Garcia is the fastest rider on the circuit. And the 158.5, he's half a second quicker than anybody else. Never been in the top 10 in a Moto2 race, never been in the top 6, never had a podium. Always springs a surprise, doesn't it? The first round of the championship. We've just seen Tayo Furusato get his podium in Moto3. Are we going to see another surprise in Moto2? And is that going to lead us into another surprise in Moto3? Here comes Barry Baltus looking through on the inside of Alonso Lopez. This is a strong start to the season for the likeable Spaniard in towards the final corner. 8 laps remaining at the end of this one. Round the final turn. Everybody getting quite excited. And, oh, thank you very much. We're getting gifts. That's made my day. That's absolutely brilliant. That was worth coming here from Australia 10 days ago and spending some time here, just because we can now all visit this. Absolutely, I'm going to count on all of you in the grandstand to just make it feel as comfortable as possible, basically, for the 30 minutes that he'll be down there. And I can't repeat what he's just mouthed at me because there are children listening, but it's all in good fun, and we're looking forward to it. Talking about good fun, look at this, the two teammates together, Sergio Garcia. He's now going to pass his teammate up the inside. Lovely little move that from Sergio Garcia, and it's a block pass. There's no way for Ayagura to respond. Sergio Garcia, go on son, this is what I love to see. A young rider who last year could barely score points, could barely finish races, was all at sea, couldn't find his feet. This year has come back with so much more confidence. It's absolutely brilliant. Talking about confidence, what about the guy that is now in second place from the Netherlands? Barry Baltus looks on the inside, 7 laps to go. This is great from Barry Baltus. You can see the hair coming out of the back of the helmet. It's a new hairstyle. I'm not jealous as all hell. I've had hair since I was 21. But I tell you what, it's working for the number 7. Out of the final corner, Barry Baltus for the Netherlands. And he's going to take the lead shortly now towards turn 1. Joe Roberts and Zonta van der Gerber are closing in on the back of Aaron Canet and Albert Arenas. Ben Snyder down to 10th. Tony Arbolino has dropped down into 18th position, now lapping in 2-minute 2s. He is 3 seconds a lap off the pace. He's clearly got a tyre issue. He's not happy with something. Neither is Fermin Aldeguer. He's now lapping in the 2-minute 1s. Whatever they have decided on the tyres, it has not worked out for them. Darren Binder still in the points, fighting hard with Dennis Onju. Well, remember what they were like racing in Moto2, taking chunks out of each other pretty much every race. And they're at it again, but now in Moto2. 6.5 laps remaining. Alonso Lopez kind of doing what Daniel Holgado did in Moto3, isn't he? Every opportunity to lead, he leads. Every time he gets past, he retakes the lead. And we saw how that ended for Daniel Holgado. He got passed on the final corner, and is that on the mind of Barry Baltus? Both Baltus and his teammate crashed out yesterday, and laughing because Kevin has actually just been down to reception. He's come back. out of this one. Joe Roberts is now up into 8th position, 59.4. Joe Roberts lapping as fast as the leaders, and again, very tentative there. It was on 59.3 on the last lap. Aaron Canet now lapping in the 2 minutes, and out of the race is number 28, and that is Ethan Guevara, and his lap times dropped down to the 2-minute 5. So, are we seeing some issues here with tyres? Sergio Garcia is on the podium right now, or he was, and he still is. And my entire technical team are laughing. I get paid for this, don't you worry about it. I'm still getting paid at the end of the week, I don't care. This is great Moto2 racing, and brilliant from Sergio Garcia. Look at the confidence he's got with that motorcycle. And again, it's all about getting to the end of the race. And again, at turn 15, that's the favourite spot, isn't it, for Barry Baltus? Is that the dress rehearsal? That's the second or third time now that we've seen the young Dutchman. And you see the body language there on the brakes, nodding the head. The leg comes out just to steady the bike as they come round the final corner. Here they now come towards me now. Nothing between them. Lopez Baltus goes on this to looking for a way on the inside. Are we going to see the Dutchman lead? Not this time. That's twice now he's looked on the left-handers. He seems a lot more comfortable, doesn't he? The final left-hander, turn 15, now having a little sniff at turn 6. Is he going to have a look at turn 10? He definitely favours the left-handers. Spaniard, Ayagura, the Japanese rider who fought for the World Championship a couple of years ago. Last year it didn't work out for him. He's back again with a new team. Solid points on the board. As Pekka Bagnaya said in the Hero Walk, that's a solid start. We can fight from there. It's a long season. There's more than 20 races. And in the MotoGP Championship we have more than 777 points. Moto2, 525 points available. You only get 25 here. So, I say after this we still have 500 points available. And for the likes of Ayagura, who you would imagine is going to be there or thereabouts in every race, he will be thinking about the long game. Lopez still leads from Barry Baltus, 4 laps remaining. This is the closest that the Dutch rider has. The Netherlands. And there he is, just backing. Tell you what, he's got some confidence, hasn't he? He really does have a lot of confidence. He was not riding like this last season at all. This is so good to see. And I come back to what I said, is again he's able to take a tighter line. Sometimes, as a rider, through turn 9 and into turn 10. The leading two are able just to open up a gap. 5th place at the moment for Manuel Gonzalez. Aaron Canet fighting hard and still somehow hanging on ahead of Albert Arenas and Joe Roberts. Marcos Ramirez in 9th, Sonkiat Chandra 10th. And it's Vietti van den Gorberg, bench leader. Fermin Aldeguer also really struggling now. He has got the same bike as the race leader. And again, a little look on the inside as they come through turn 15. There will be 3 laps remaining at the end of this one. Tony Cobra is still the final point scorer. And again, a look on the inside. He's starting to feel that Barry Baltus maybe wants to make a move. 3 to go then here at the Lusail International Circuit. Now looks as though he has dropped way out of contention for the podium. It's going to be a 4th position start to a 5th position finish. Obviously leading through on the last lap. Garcia lost 10th. Now he is pulling back through turn 7 into turn 8. Baltus definitely looks more confident. Yeah, you see that, look at the corner speed again. Baltus definitely has more confidence on the left-hander. And if I was a betting man, last lap, turn 15, that's where he's going to try and make the surprise, in my opinion. As they come through turn 12. Again, a slight correction in the middle of the turn there for Baltus. That compromises him through 13, into 14 now. Still the leading 3 locked together. Ayagura, not a million miles away either. And again, another small mistake through 15 for Alonso Lopez. Baltus carries the speed up that small incline into the final turn. 2 laps remaining, 0.3 of a second covering the top 3. And Ayagura was 0.6 behind. He's a little closer than that now. Here we go then, 2 to go. Spain versus the Netherlands. It's going to be the Spanish or it's going to be the Dutch national anthem. Alonso Lopez riding hard. Fermin Aldeguer is now out of the points. Arbolino is down to 19th position and again looking every which way through to the Tell you what, if Barry Baltus is playing a waiting game, this is a very smart race. You can see the same pictures that I am looking at as he comes up through turn 11 into turn 12. And Barry Baltus would very much like a victory. It would be the first win for the RW Hidrofoglia Racing team. Through turn 14 into 15, and again Baltus looks on the inside. Oh, a whole load of front end chatter for the leader Alonso Lopez. The bike is chattering all over the place. Spain lead into the final corner for the penultimate time. And here we go then. 1 lap remaining. Sergio Garcia is 0.7 of a second behind. And it's all over. Barry Baltus is running out of time. I said he's going They need to be careful because Sergio Garcia is not a million miles out of this. Garcia looking for his first ever Moto2 podium through turn 7, in towards turn 8, over the curve, go both of them. Baltus looking threatening, he's running out of time, he's halfway around. Baltus! Oh, he's got to carry the momentum, and he does carry the momentum. Baltus throwing it all to the, throwing caution to the wind here. He's never won a Grand Prix. You only get potentially one chance in your career. Baltus is all over him. I said, turn 15, that's where he's going to make the move. I am absolutely convinced he is going to send it up the inside of Alonso Lopez through the next left-hander. Here we go. Oh, he's not close enough. He's not close enough. And my apologies, Barry Baltus is Belgian. He is not Dutch. In all my excitement, that's the lack of Sprite. That's because I've had no Sprite. It's going to be a Belgian winner, is it? Alonso Lopez goes defensive as they come round the final corner. Apologies for getting his nationality on. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Alonso Lopez wins. I don't know what he's... Look at him! He's running right across the huge gravel track here, across to the fans, over the barriers. What an athlete. Jumping across. Where's he going? He's still not finished. I have absolutely no idea where he's going. He's now jumping over the fence. Look at this. This is what it's all about for Alonso Lopez. He's broken the Lusail circuit, sending the invoice. He's demolished the Marshal's gantry, leading off the Marshal out of the gantry post. Oh, this is a proper celebration for Alonso Lopez. This is what it means to be back on top, and I tell you what, you can forgive him for pulling a couple of screws out of that, can't you? There is the Belgian Barry Baltus. Apologies for getting his nationality wrong, but do not apologise for the way that he rode. That was an absolutely brilliant ride from the long-haired rider from the Belgian country. Belgium, what am I talking about? Of course, Belgium's a country. I'll tell you what, it's all gone to pot. Do you know what, ladies and gents? All you need to know is that Alonso Lopez, Barry Baltus and Sergio Garcia on the podium. I'm off to have a Sprite and talk to the top 3 on the box. See you soon.